Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. These are my seedlings. I have broad bean, tomato, I have some smaller tomato there. I have a small melon right there. I think this is a hammy melon. I have corn. And the tiny one there is carrot. I've got tomatoes in here and a few pak choy. I have mint. I have thyme. I have some strawberries in here. I have okra. I have some Chinese cabbage. I have beetroot. Over there I have some more pak choy. These are callalus. These are some more beetroot, more pak choy there, more corn, more pak choy. These are squash. I've got Scotch bonnet pepper, just a few of them, about 3 of them, and these are carrots. But if you notice, the leaves are a bit yellow, and that's for 2 reasons. One, if you look at the corn, they will be a good testimony to what's happening here. The corns are reaching for sunlight because we had a low temperature last week most days, so the plants were not able to, I wasn't able to put the plants outside for them to get enough sunlight. And then the other thing is that they are lacking in nutrients, and so the leaves are yellowing. So I'm gonna have to feed them some nutrients. I was holding off and doing so because I'm using my worm casting as nutrients, so I was going to make worm tea with that. I didn't want to use the casting just yet because there were a lot of babies in there and I didn't want to disturb them. But as I see that my plants are about to die, so I scrape off the top of the castings as much as I could that didn't have the baby worms in there, and then I made a small batch of worm tea which I had aerating overnight last night. So there it is. I did not make a lot because these things can only last so long. It has a very short shelf life, so I'm going to be using my worm tea to provide them with nutrients. So for these things that are in containers that can hold water, I'm just going to pour the water in the container, and then these seed blocks will actually wick the liquid up from the bottom, and that's how they will get their nutrients. Okay, so I think that's enough for those guys, and the rest I will just be putting the nutrients on them from the top. When I talk about Dutch elm, you guys must be wondering, oh, this lady must be crazy, she's always talking about the Dutch elm. But they are really annoying trees because, one, you can't compost them because of the Dutch elm disease. You cannot use the wood for firewood for the same purpose, and that's not the worst part of it. They produce so much leaves, which is good for shade, but the drawback with that is that you have all these leaves that you have to rake up every year and you can't do anything with them. And then once it is spring, there come these millions, and I'm not exaggerating, one tree produces millions of seeds, and these seeds just fall. And when you go in your garden, all through the planting season, you have to be weeding out these seeds that germinated in your garden. It is so annoying because the amount of them that are there, I don't know if you can see all those spiny stuff that I am taking out here. that are dead there. All of those that you see, those are the seedlings of the Dutch elm trees. And I can understand I have to be doing this in my garden, but I don't see why I need to be doing this even in my seedlings. Why do I need to be weeding those terrible things out of my seedlings? There are so many in there that they just keep eating up all the nutrients that the plants are supposed to have. It is very frustrating, you know. Okay. I wish I had a container that I could pour some water in, some of these nutrients in. My spray bottle broke down, so I have to be doing this method, which is not very effective because it ends up with me wasting a lot of the product. But anyway, this is better than nothing. I will have to get myself a new spray bottle when I go on the road. And these ones that I do like this, I'll have to come back and top them up with more nutrients because they are not able to wick it up from the bottom, so they're not getting all the nutrients that I'm putting in there. Okay, so those guys got theirs. And I think I'm going to be doing this once every 2 weeks, just to make sure that they have sufficient nutrients, because it would be a shame to lose these guys after all that hard work of trying to produce them and keep them going, just so I can get a head start. I will definitely be straining this thing next time so that I don't have to keep cleaning the nozzle of this thing. So after I'm finished feeding these plants, then I'm going to put them on their on the shelves in my mini greenhouse, and put them out where they have access to the full sun. I feel so sorry for the corns because they're so nitrogen loving, and they don't seem to be doing so well because they weren't getting the nitrogen and they weren't getting the sunlight, and they badly need those things. more than anything else that I have right here right now, my Scotch bonnet peppers. Those are the ones I want to see growing the most, because everything else I can go to the supermarket and buy them, although I'd rather have my own. I like it. I enjoy planting them, watching them grow, watching them produce, and I enjoy the taste of them because I know exactly what I use on them, and I don't have to be worrying too much about contamination and stuff like that. Yes, so I rather grow my own stuff. But for the Scotch bonnet pepper, those I really want, and the reason is I cannot get them here in Saskatoon, and sometimes you can get them at the Jamaican store, not very often, and when you do get them, they harvest them sometimes before they reach to maturity, so they are not as spicy and not as flavorful as they should be. So I'd rather be planting my own, and then I can allow them to reach maturity, because one of the main secret to the Jamaican jerk seasoning is your Scotch bonnet pepper. So I really want to have some Scotch bonnet pepper. Okay, so that's it for now. If you enjoy my video, please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and click the notification button. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day.